I like to torture myself by looking in the mirror and trying to convince myself that actually my physique is fine. I don't need to do anything. I've been, as you know, for the last couple of months, I've been making a real effort to try and shift a bit of flab and tone it up a little bit, because it's sometimes, it doesn't look great. But anyway, there's a couple of people who may have some great advice on how to do it. Father and son team from Scunthorpe who've lost more than 5 stone between them. Wow, that's good news. In about 8 months, I'm hearing. Simon Render, is that right? 8 stone between you 5 stone in 8 months between you?
Yeah.
Gee, you must look like a different man.
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah, I mean, looking at some before pictures, it's a big shock, and it is nice to look how I look now, to be fair.
Yeah, well, you and your son, Jamie, signed up to this FA-accredited Man versus Fat programme in Scunthorpe last year. So, so will this run through the football club?
So it's, not Scunthorpe Football Club, no, it's a separate entity on its own. So it's the Scunthorpe version of Man versus Fat Football Club. So there's quite a few dotted around the country, to be fair.
Oh, okay, yeah, and in your case, particularly, I know you can't really talk for your son necessarily, but in your case, what was the big impetus to lose a few pounds?
So my daughter's getting married in October this year, so it was a case of, I think, because that's a lot of photos to be taken.
Oh, yeah.
And over the next few years, there's going to be a lot of people looking at those photos, so let's make sure I look all right.
Absolutely. So how much did you reckon you had to lose when you first started?
To be fair, I sort of didn't have a target because I didn't know how it was going to work out with it. But I'm sort of about 3 stone now, so I think another stone and I'll be happy. I'm happy now. But,
what did you start at then? What was your opening weight?
Right, so it's in kilos.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that to me. Hang on, I'll try and find a way of converting it. Go on, carry on.
It's what the football club use, unfortunately, but I'm used to it now. I was just around 113 kilos, which I think is about 18 stone.
So you were what, 100 and what?
13.
113. I'm just tapping it in here. Oh, now it's converted it to grams. That's no blooming use. We don't know. We want to know about stone. Here we go. Yeah, almost 18. 17.7 stone that was. And how tall are you?
6 foot.
All right. So actually, broadly speaking, you and I will probably be about the same kind of physique. Did you ever look at things like, BMI is the other one, isn't it? Body mass index. Did you ever look at your body mass index?
That's how you get accepted into Man versus Fat anyway.
Right.
You've got to have a BMI over 27.5.
Yeah.
So obviously I was well into the 30s. So
me too. And you go to your GP, and the GP does the work on you, and they'll turn around and say, right, actually, at that you are. I think the last time I went to a GP and they did a body mass index on me, he said you are morbidly obese. So I thought, well, that's charming, that is, but that's apparently how it measures up.
It is, yes, definitely. And then you lose a few, and then you're just fat.
What are you down to now, then, in kilograms?
Kilos, about 95, somewhere around there.
So just under 15 stone, then?
Yes.
Oh, mate, you look like a different fella. Have you had to replace all your clothes?
I'll be honest, I have lost weight in the past, so I hadn't chucked those away. So now I've found things in the wardrobe that I've not worn for about 5 years, and you go, oh, that fits now. So I've been wearing those. But buying a few other bits and bobs,
And what about other implications of size? I mean, people always joke and laugh about, size and getting back into old trousers and stuff. But other health things like, you're diabetic?
I am, type 1.
And how does this weight loss feel with respect to that?
I've sort of halved the insulin intake that I was taking, which is always a good thing because actually insulin increases your appetite. I don't know if people know that, but so obviously the more insulin you take in, the more food you wanted. So obviously now I've lost the weight. I've virtually halved what insulin I've been taking.
I think I might be wrong about this. You tell me, isn't it insulin? So if you have so much carbohydrates, it's the insulin that gets released that actually gives you the shakes later on. So you know, if your body produces too much insulin, you get that kind of horrible feeling where you think, oh, I feel really, really rubbish here. That's down to having too much insulin, which is why you then decide you want to eat it again. Is that the cycle?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So if you have too much insulin, your blood sugar drops, obviously.
Yeah.
And then as with normal people, your blood sugar drops. You feel that shakiness anyway, so you need something to eat.
Yeah.
So it's that balance. You've got to have just enough to keep it level, but not too much, obviously, for it to drop.
What's the key with the Man versus Fat program then? Is it portion control, or is it portion control and exercise? What's the combination that's worked for you?
Yeah. Well, the thing that's worked for me and has just been amazing is, I used to play football when I was younger, but it's been part of that team again. And it's not only, diet-wise is really down to yourself, although Man versus Fat do offer, advice on that side as well.
Yeah.
But it is down to you. And even now, I've been injured for 2 months, so I've not been playing. But you can still help your team win on the pitch by losing weight, tracking what you're eating, because that creates goals off the pitch. Yeah, so when you then play a match, let's say you win 2-0, but the other team may have lost more weight than your team, they could get more goals. So you could lose overall, 4-2, 3-2 or whatever. So it's just that not letting your team down. That's what motivates me and keeps me going every week.
And it's that bonding thing as well, because I don't know what you were like, in terms of your own friendship circle and all that kind of stuff. It's not really relevant, but if you're suddenly in a situation where you are bonded with others, with a kind of common purpose, that does help.
Definitely, yeah. My friend circle is not huge, I don't mind admitting, but joining the club, there's another 40, 50 blokes there. And you're all there for the same thing. So although you're in individual teams, we do have 11-a-side team as well. So we all club together and we all help each other out on the pitch anyway if anybody's short. So certainly grown my friend circle without doubt.
It's an FA affiliated scheme. It's got over 8,000 players across 160 leagues in this country. Clearly it's worked for you. And is it something you're going to stick with?
Oh, yes, without doubt. I don't know what to do without it now, to be honest, Phil.
Yeah.
It's, I have done other weight loss things in the past, not mentioning no names.
Yeah.
But they were like 99% women, and there was never that motivation to keep going. But this is definitely better because we have social evenings as well. Not evenings, we do have social events as well. So that bonding just continues then.
Fantastic. I know, and obviously Jamie's not around to have a chat to your son, but he's been similarly successful with it, and obviously much younger. He might have found it easier to shift the weight or keep the weight off. We'll wait and see, I guess. But in terms of recommending it to other people, I'm reckoning, Simon, you would wholeheartedly recommend it.
Oh, definitely. Just go do it. I think there's still funded places available as well. So you get the first 14 weeks paid for anyway by the council. So, it's definitely worth looking into. You don't even have to be great at football. It's just getting there and then just getting out on the pitch, for a few minutes a week. And then what that tends to do is tends to motivate you to maybe do things outside of the football as well.
Really good to chat about it. If anybody listening to this wants to find out more about your club, how can they do that?
If they just either go on Facebook or Google search Man versus Fat Scunthorpe, and the club will come up. Brilliant.
Good luck. I hope. When's the wedding? When's the big day?
October the 24th, I think. 24th or 25th.
So when do you get your fitting for your dad's wedding suit?
Well, that's this month, funny enough. We've got to have it done by the end of the month, me and the son. So,
wonderful, mate.
Looking forward to that.
Many congratulations, and keep in touch. I'll be really interested to know how things go.
Yeah, no problem, Phil. Certainly will.
All the best. Bye-bye.